Wake up, everyone. It's over. Wolves nil, Chelsea nil. Well, Chelsea nil, Wolves nil at Stamford Bridge. A game that really, ironically, reminded me of the first season in the Premier League when Jimenez scored and then Hazard got one late on. Obviously, Jimenez scoring that dodgy chip, quite reminiscent of Neto's one that he kind of missed. And then Jose blocking on the line to save a goal equivalent to when Hazard scored last minute. So that was 1-1. This was 0-0. Equally as sparing with chances. But that's what we needed. I think any other time, maybe if we'd have had, 3 wins in the last 5 and we'd gone and played like that, I'd have been quite angry. But that's what we needed. The winnable game is at the weekend, in a few days' time.
I think if you're offered a point against Chelsea in any season, under any circumstances, you'd probably take it. But especially after the run that we've been on, you definitely would be happy with that tonight. Obviously, the big plus is the defending. Although Chelsea have been on a bit of a sticky run themselves, I think they've had 5 defeats in the last 8 matches or something. One thing they have continued to do pretty much is to still score goals, and they can score goals from players all over the pitch. And we really limited their effectiveness going forwards tonight. Patricio made a couple of good saves, but I don't think they really had anything that was clear cut. And after we've looked so soft in defence over the past few matches, it was really satisfying to see the team go back to a bit more of a Wolves identity tonight.
Well, that's a good result, right? 0-0 away at Chelsea. Remembering how we've been playing recently and the results recently, we've kept a clean sheet. The last 12 games we didn't. That's a positive. Did we park the bus? Yep, as the guy on TV said, we parked the bus and a couple of lorries, certainly in the first half. Ironically, though, Wolves could have actually won that game. Chelsea looked devoid of confidence, like we've been recently. Neto, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Yes, it's a little lob over the top, really, which hit the top of the crossbar and bounced out. Could he have smacked that hard and low? Possibly, but you know what? It goes in. We all talk about it for ages. Shame it didn't go in, but hey, I'm not complaining at a 0-0 scoreline away at Chelsea.
One thing that you can always say under Nuno, until probably the last kind of bad run that we've been on, is that we've always been really difficult to play against and really difficult to break down. And reverting back to that formation tonight, I think you really saw some of that identity come back into our play. Obviously, we'd like to probably have shown a little bit more going forwards. And I think when we did regain possession, one thing that you could perhaps say that we could do a bit better was to look after the ball a bit better, especially when you've got players like Neves in midfield who can really control the game.
New striker on today. He looks like we know he's got a good finish, but he looks like he's going to need service. We didn't really get any service to anyone going forward today, certainly in a front line, makeshift front line really. But that'll come. It's a bit tough away at Chelsea. To come away with a point is a good result.
So no complaints from me, really. I think the setup was fine. I just had slight issues with what we did with the ball when we got it. We can be much better with that. But to complain about that, a point, a new manager bounce team as well. We've often struggled when we come up against new managers. I always think that something bad's going to happen. So for me, with the context, with the situation we're in, not too bad. And Willian Jose, basically, that's the equivalent of scoring a goal, isn't it? But he's done it in a defensive sense at the end. So welcome, mate, our new hero, our new number 12. Saving us a point, so not too bad. On to Saturday. Cheers.
Against Crystal Palace at the weekend, more of the same defensively. I don't think we're certainly going to go there and expect to dominate the game. I think we'll soak up a lot of pressure again. But what I do want to see is a bit more threat going forwards. I expect Willian Jose to start. I thought he had a couple of nice little touches. You can see what he might bring to the team. And we go to Crystal Palace feeling a bit more confident after that good result tonight.
On to Crystal Palace. And I think we've got to be looking for the 3 points there. Why wouldn't we? West Ham won there recently, and I think Wolves have got to go there fairly buoyant after seeing that out. That could be a game changer for Wolves. That confidence may be starting to creep up again after a result away at Chelsea, because all the headlines will be about them not being able to score against us and not the other way around. So that's a positive for Wolves. Hey, we didn't lose, guys. Let's be positive online, because online at the moment, it's all doom and gloom. People criticising and falling out as fans. Let's stick together. Let's stick with the lads and Nuno, and let's get back to the winning ways. See you soon, guys.